Sunday. Welcome inside Studio H here in Los Angeles with Chauncey Billups, Jalen Rose, Paul Pierce. I'm Michelle Beadle. Warriors favorites to win it all. Fine. But the Thunder and Celtics, who am I? Happen to be underdogs with a shot to pull a 7-game upset. I'm trying. They're getting together in Boston in just a few minutes. So for more on the fallout from Kyrie's comments about his upcoming free agency on Friday, we're going to get right back to Izzy Gutierrez out there today reporting from the game. What's up, Izzy?
Hi, Michelle. And obviously, Kyrie Irving is the center of attention around here, and for good reason. But from the Boston Celtics perspective, nothing's changed. The New York Knicks made a trade, and all of a sudden, people are asking Kyrie questions that he addressed over the summer. And given that Kyrie doesn't necessarily cater to the media, he gave answers that indicated he would discuss it when the time comes in July. Brad Stevens says his teammates love him, and he's been playing ridiculous basketball of late. So what's the problem? I talked to the Thunder's Paul George, who went through his own free agency season last year, and talked about how it affected him and how Kyrie is dealing with his.
I think for him going through this, he has to give one answer and just let that be it. You know, he's focused on this year. This is, for everyone, this is the only thing they need to worry about is what's going to happen this season. Let him get through his decision through the summer and you know, just let him be a player. I think, you know, so many people have opinions and they forget about, at the end of the day, who's it really about. And it's about Kyrie and his decision, nothing else.
One quick injury note on one of Kyrie Irving's teammates. Aaron Baines will miss the game tonight. He bruised his foot against the Knicks, and that's going to make that matchup against Steven Adams a little bit more difficult. Michelle?
Thanks, Izzy. Enjoy the game. So the Celtics enter the day tie with the Pacers for 4th in the East, but they still have the 9th toughest remaining schedule in the league. Tough Eastern Conference games have not really been a problem for Boston, but they are 5-2 against the Raptors, Bucks, and Sixers. There's your reference point, Chauncey. I'm going to start with you. If you're the Celtics, what do you do here on out?
Well, first of all, I think Kyrie's right. You know, it's all about this season. Let me focus in on this season. We'll talk about it when it really matters on July 1st. But if you're Danny Ainge, you have to listen to what he said, and you have to listen to any calls that may come in, possible trades. Not saying you'll trade him because it's tough to do that, but in my opinion, he told the world, I'm not coming back to Boston.
No.
That's what I feel.
What do you mean, no, wait, what?
He didn't say that. Until you say that, say that.
I feel like he said that.
You just got to stay away from the tension. But Kyrie put himself in this situation by some of the things he said. Yes, indeed.
Yes, he did.
But at the end of the day, I think it's all going to come down to what happens this season, how they finish, which I think they should be in the finals. I think they'll get past Toronto or Milwaukee. If they get to the finals, maybe win or...
What else would he say?
Like, what else would you say?
You know, take second. It's all going to come down how to end of the season.
Take second.
Man, they just got to get to the finals, period.
Yeah, like that's
and I think he resigns because the grass is not always green on the other side.
Oh, it's not.
Going to New York doesn't mean you're going to be better. Going to LA doesn't mean you're going to be better. So let's get through this season.
Spoken like a true Boston Celtic that has his number hanging in the rafters. I know you don't want him to leave, Paul.
Oh, buddy.
But he changed his answer from the preseason. He's defiantly talking about his free agency. It's out there now. And they're underachieving right now. They made it to the conference finals without him. They're 5th seed with him. He's come out publicly and criticized his young teammates. We talked about how he's discussed his free agency. He has to just continue to create for his teammates, have high assist numbers, and be a dynamic performer on the floor. But if they don't finish in the top 2 or 3 regular season, they ain't making it to the finals. That's just not going to happen.
We'll see.
Preach.
I mean, it's wide open. Who's the clear-cut favorite in the East? First
Toronto.
They're not clear.
And Milwaukee.
They just got
Milwaukee.
They're not clear-cut. You just said 2 teams. I said, who's the clear-cut
Yeah, it's 2 different people that said that.
That's true that it was, in fairness. God, I love you, Paul. Just knew this was coming. Anywho, let's get back to that game. Jason Tatum and the Celtics enjoying a little home cooking, winning 12 of their last 13 at TD Garden. Celtics, Thunder coming up. And many, many NBA champions were built around power duos. Are Paul George and Russell Westbrook enough to lead OKC to the promised land? Plus Paul George in our Straight Talk soundbites.
I think he just made it that much more comfortable for myself to go out there and be me. We had a good conversation on, you know, me being able to play my game and you know, him allowing me to just be comfortable within our offense. And it's worked, you know, it worked. It's very easy playing on that court with Russ.
NBA Countdown on ABC is...
There has been a long line of thinking that Russell Westbrook might be too ball dominant to be part of a championship duo. The general consensus has been that Paul George was something less than an MVP caliber player. Well, maybe that's all wrong. Michael Wilbon takes a deeper dive on the NBA's unexpected power pairing.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The obsession in recent years has trended toward trios in the NBA, toward big threes, and in the best scenarios, super teams, all of which ignores the fundamental reality of the NBA historically, which is to say duos, twosomes. Most of the greatest teams in the sport's history have been rooted in two all-timers, from Russell and Cousy in the earliest years to the Splash Brothers, Steph and Clay most recently.
The Golden State Warriors champions once again, back-to-back titles, 3 in 4 years.
If you want to measure their success by titles, Russell and Cousy are tied with Jordan and Pippen with 6 each. Magic and Kareem have 5. Shaq and Kobe have 3. As do Bird and McHale and Steph and Clay. Stockton and Malone are tied with West and Baylor with none, which in both cases ignores their Hall of Fame greatness. At least Jerry West got a second shot and cashed in, tag teaming with the one and only Wilt Chamberlain. And this brings us to Russell Westbrook. Over in his efforts with Kevin Durant, but back in the game now with Paul George. OKC is a playoff-worthy ensemble that includes Steven Adams and Jeremy Grant, but it's the partnership between Russ and George that will determine whether OKC is just a playoff team or a serious threat to the Warriors. And while it's prolific offense that usually defines great duos, it's their disruptive defense which is becoming signature. Take 2 is the NBA equivalent of pick 6. Nobody in the league today is as good at take 2 as Russ and George, who score a league-high 10 points per game that way.
There's a steal by Paul George. Over in the air, and throw it down.
George is averaging a career high in points, rebounds, and steals. OKC is generating a better assist rate, a better rebound rate, and a higher shooting percentage with George on the floor. Surely some of this career best production has to do with his comfort level of playing with Westbrook. Even though Westbrook's offensive numbers are down pretty much across the board, Russ is having one of, if not his best defensive season ever. The Thunder is on pace to finish number 2 in the league in defensive efficiency, having not finished that high in the last 5 years. Their partnership is capable of yielding a 40-point scoring performance by George. On the same night, Westbrook is producing a triple-double. You want to know who most of the Warriors see as probably their biggest hurdle in the Western Conference? Not the Rockets and James Harden, not LeBron and the Lakers. It's OKC. What will determine their impact, as always in the NBA, will be how well they play together in the playoffs. In a massively talented and deep Western Conference, one capable of chewing up some very adept duos or being taken down by a suddenly irresistible collaboration.
I got to talk to Wilby about this. The basketball Yoda. First off, the Golden State Warriors are a super team.
Fair.
That is not a duo.
twosome.
Absolutely.
You didn't like that.
Bird, Celtics, Magic's Lakers, LeBron's Miami Heat, and Paul's Boston Celtics. Those are trios.
Okay.
Duos to me, Shaq and Kobe, Mike and Scotty, Stockton and Malone.
Tim and David. Oh, you forgot that. I got you.
They were a super team to me.
Yeah, but it was still a duo. That team was a super team? No, that's
when they came late.
Yeah, it was like that was.
Okay.
I got y'all, San Antonio. I got y'all.
They're distinct.
Like that, but that, by the way, the fact that the Golden State Warriors themselves think OKC is the biggest threat. You have obviously been saying that for a while. Why?
Because the Oklahoma City Thunder, first off, they're going to have a chip on their shoulder when they play against the Warriors. Obviously, for the Russ dynamic, KD left OKC. Also, he's going to be able to make Steph work defensively. Paul George has emerged to be an all-NBA caliber player, and they have so much length on the perimeter and athleticism where they can do a lot of switching. And Steven Adams is going to be a wild card because he's going to make Boogie and Draymond Green not only work, but he has the ability to frustrate them as well.
First of all, Jay, you know darn well Steph is not guarding Russell.
The language.
He's not going to be making him work.
Who he going to guard?
Robertson might be back. Whoever.
Starting lineup.
Ferguson.
Starting lineup.
Ferguson.
Starting lineup.
Ferguson. You know Steph is not going to guard him. They're going to put Clay on him. But I do agree they are a threat because they play championship-level defense, OKC does. And that will always translate, you know, home and on the road. But, you know, the Warriors are the Warriors. There are a few threats. OKC is one.
Okay, in a perfect world, you could put anybody or any piece on this OKC team that would make them legit head-to-head competitors. What would it be?
Oh, man. I mean, I just think that they lack some shooting.
You need another superstar.
To be able to compete.
Golden State raised the bar. You know, it went from an era of 2 superstars you needed to 3. Now you need 4 in this era to beat the Golden State Warriors. And it's impossible for any other team in the NBA to get that 3rd, let alone a 4th.
So they basically need Kawhi or something like that.
Absolutely. If you want to compete with the Golden State Warriors, that's what you need. I mean, the Golden State Warriors are putting out pretty much 4 to 5 superstars.
I think the West is closer to the Warriors than everybody realizes. I believe if Chris Paul didn't get injured, they would have lost last year.
Yeah, but now the Warriors got better by adding Boogie. Houston got worse.
OKC got better because that man right there took the lead.
OKC did get better.
4? Well, that just seems daunting now. After the Super Bowl,
Patriots Bowl,
today? I didn't know.
The Patriots
on
Bowl.
SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, have live reactions
There go
to
the GOAT.
the game, exclusive interviews, plus how does the outcome shape the Brady-Belichick legacy? SVP Louis Riddick, Tim Hasselbeck break it all down. 11:30 Eastern on ESPN and
Spygate Revisited.
We all know who's going to win that game.
All right, smashing bananas. I can't do the accent.
Go Rams.
That was a really sad try at doing that. Steven Adams. What's wrong with you? Chauncey's going to take a look at the value of the man you just saw, Steven Adams, and make us all a little bit smarter. That was not a whoa. James is in Oakland. He's in the building, but he's not in the starting lineup for the Lakers, who are just outside the playoff picture in the West. Kevin Durant and the champs hadn't lost in weeks until a Thursday home loss to Philly. We have one team desperate for a win against the most dominant unit in sports, Lakers, Warriors, right now.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Straight Talk Wireless.
Welcome inside Studio H here in LA with Chauncey Billups, Jalen Rose, Paul Pierce. My name is Michelle Beadle, and news just breaking within the last hour that LeBron James, who missed those 17 games before playing Thursday night here against the Clippers, will not play tonight as the Lakers exercise some, quote, load management. For more on that, let's go to Lisa Salters, who happens to be at Oracle. What's the latest, Lisa?
Hey, Michelle. Well, we just spoke to Lakers head coach Luke Walton, and he said he didn't find out that LeBron James was not going to be playing tonight until the bus ride over here to the arena. He said the game plan all along after Thursday's game, like you said, it was LeBron's first game back after missing the previous 17 games. The game plan all along was for LeBron to get here to Oakland, to go through his normal routine, to see how he felt, and then for the Lakers to make a smart decision from there. Apparently, LeBron has been experiencing some soreness after Thursday's overtime win over the Clippers. He played 40 minutes in that game. So I think the thinking was that because he was still sore, even after he worked out this morning, still feeling some soreness, they figured that they would make a smart decision and keep him out of the game tonight. LeBron, I was just back in the Lakers locker room a few minutes ago. He was back there getting treatment. I've been told that he will not be out on the bench tonight, but will instead likely choose to stay in the locker room and watch the game from there. Michelle.
So much going on, Lisa. Thank you so much. Enjoy the game. These weren't the only ones surprised by what's going on. Jalen, what do you make of LeBron taking this?
The clock is ticking for the Los Angeles Lakers to get a deal done, or they're not making the playoffs this year. That's what I think. And the crazy thing about it is the dominoes have been falling the last couple of days. Rich Paul's comments, Anthony Davis's comments, Anthony Davis Sr.'s comments, and now LeBron James not playing due to load management at the Golden State Warriors, which for a 9th seed already in the Western Conference probably is going to be an L if the Golden State Warriors come out and play the way they're capable.
It's definitely going to be an L. That's for sure. No LeBron James. I mean, it will be an L, but, I mean, obviously we're all disappointed. I would have liked to see him play today. We were looking forward to this game, but we've all had hamstrings, growing injuries. They linger big time, and they sometimes don't go away. So, you know, he has to be smart with it.
Yeah, it's a smart decision for the Lakers. I mean, even LeBron healthy, this would have been a tough game for them to win. So they're looking long term. You know, they're trying to get into the playoffs. So why waste a huge effort from LeBron on a game that they probably most likely would lose in Golden State anyway?
It is interesting if load management is in fact a priority, why the 40 minutes on Thursday? But we can get into that some more because this week has been chock full of information. This is just the latest news in a week of huge NBA stories. Starts off with Anthony Davis demanding a trade from the Pelicans through his agent Rich Paul. Ends up costing him $50 grand from the league and kicks off days of reporting and analysis. Fast forward to Thursday, the Knicks' presumed franchise cornerstone Kristaps Porzingis demands a trade of his own. And minutes after that, basically, 7'3" of him, you're a Dallas Maverick. Friday morning, Kyrie Irving's comments to the media appeared to put his name back in this summer's free agent ring, and then he dropped 23 on the Knicks at the Garden. And late last night, Davis grabs back the attention when Woj reports that the Lakers offered Kuzma, Paul, Rondo, Beasley, and a first-round pick for Anthony Davis. The Pelicans declined. They may or may not have giggled at that offer. But that being said, we got to talk to Woj because this is a very fluid situation. It continues to change almost hourly, Woj. So as far as Anthony Davis and the Lakers' pursuit of him, what is the latest?
Michelle, the Lakers are waiting for the Pelicans to call them back and counter an offer. And the Pelicans are waiting for the Lakers to get serious about negotiations for one of the best players available on the market in years. Thursday's the trade deadline. I expect they'll talk again. But Magic Johnson and Dell Demps, New Orleans GM, they talked once this week. And meanwhile, the Boston Celtics would like the Pelicans to just wait, go past the trade deadline without doing a deal with Davis, with the Lakers or anyone else in the league. And the Celtics plan to be really aggressive in their pursuit of Davis after the season.
All right, Woj, I know you're busy. Thank you so much. Of course, Woj, you want to listen to Woj and Lowe on Wednesday. They got the trade deadline special on ESPN2, 5 Eastern. Get back on your phone. I know it's killing you that you're not on it right now. That being all said, this young Lakers team, there's so much going on around them at all times. So as of right now, what is this message to them?
Welcome to the business of basketball. It's the NBA. We all grew up in our neighborhoods, fell in love with this game. We played it for free. But when you start getting paid, it's not the game that we fell in love with. I experienced it very early in my career as a rookie. You understand that it's a business now, and teams have to make business decisions, not only basketball decisions if you play well for my team. So welcome to the NBA, young fellas. That's what I say.
Absolutely. I mean, they know when you get LeBron James, the expectations come with that. It's not a tryout year with LeBron James. I know that was said at the beginning of the year, but they know that when LeBron James comes, the window is short, and their window may be short as a Los Angeles Laker too, because he needs veterans on that team to compete for a championship, and they're not the ones that's going to help them do that.
Where's the patience? It feels like there's no patience.
There can't be any patience. LeBron James in his 16th season just had a groin injury and just missed 17 games.
But what happened to their back? Then they're going to be back, then they're going to be back.
Well, LeBron James played 82 games last year. He's missing games tonight, a game tonight because of load management. That means there needs to be a sense of urgency, which is why if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you can't pump fake when you're calling the Pelicans.
Yes.
You can't even mention these names, Rondo, Lance, or Beasley. You cannot mention those names.
Who else they got? Who do they offer?
I'm going to tell you.
They have Brandon Ingram.
They offered. I'm sure he was in the offer.
No, here's what's going to get the deal done. Give me Kuzma, Ingram, Ball, Zubac, and/or Wagner because I need to take KCP's money. That'll get the deal done.
Agree? Yeah.
Well, you have to put your best offer
I'm the Pelicans. I'm the Pelicans. I'm waiting until next year. I'm waiting until the summer. I think I can get a better deal than that.
GM Chauncey?
Well, I'm with you, Jalen. Like, you have to put your best foot forward because you have, what, now 6 days to get it done. And if you don't get it done now it opens up to Boston, to all these other teams.
Pelicans know it's more pressure on the Lakers.
Now.
And they know it's more pressure on the Lakers to make a better deal, or they can just wait.
Well, I feel like the Lakers are in a desperate situation, but that wasn't a desperate attempt. That first trade offer wasn't a desperate
Just the
attempt.
opening offer.
Yeah.
Waiting for a counter, but
why mess around? Just go ahead and get it done.
I don't think they're in the mood for any counters. Steph Curry, on the other hand, having one of the best seasons of all time shooting the basketball. Golden State's won 11 of 12. Is this the best Warriors team of their current dynasty? And then let's not forget, DeMarcus Cousins. A star long before he joined the Warriors. Chauncey makes us a lot smarter about Golden State adjusting to their latest all-star caliber teams.